Hi, this is Newt with a minute of medicine for your mind. You know, when I was growing up, there were two men very prevalent in my life. There was my dad and there was my neighbor, Mr. West. Always asking me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I was helping Mr. West in his garden one time out back, and he asked me what I wanted to be, and I told him. He said, well, you don't sound like it. Now, there was these gigantic oak trees. He bent down, picked up an acorn. He said, what is this? I said, it's an acorn. He said, no, it's not. He said, what is this? I said, it's a seed. He said, no, it's not. He said, this right here is an oak tree. Now, I said, what are you talking about? I said, acorn. He said, listen, I can take that thing, I can paint it, I can grind it up, I can throw it in the fire, and if I do those things, it may not ever grow into an oak tree. But right now, what I hold in my hand is an oak tree. Now, I understood that he was telling me that I had a potential inside myself and I could become that thing as long as I positioned myself to be it. But he was also introducing me into a much larger leadership principle that applies almost everything on the planet. You see, what I'm trying to say to you today is real simple, see. Your purpose is the only permanent thing in your life. Now, everything else, although it's real, is only temporary. Remember they were dragging Jesus through the town because they were going to crucify him, and they were kicking him, beating him, calling him all kinds of names, saying all kinds of stuff. He finally gets up on the hill, he's nailed on the cross, and he says, Father, into thy hands I commend my spirit, it is finished. Well, what was it? It was his purpose. He realized that everything that happened in his life before then was only temporary. So that's not where his focus was. His focus was on that redemption time, that atonement where he brought man together and rent the veil of the temple. You see, the point is this. We're all made on purpose with a purpose. And we've been commanded by God to be fruitful and to multiply that purpose. So we need to get to know ourselves so we can identify what that purpose is and direct all of our attention and our efforts that way, because everything else is only temporary. This is Newt with a minute of medicine for your mind.